Hi, this is Heidi from Garden Crossings, and I am at Cultivate, which is one of the largest horticultural plant shows in the industry. And I want to take a minute and walk you through the Proven Winner booth and show you some of the beautiful plants that are going to be new for 2023. I know you've seen it on some of my videos in our garden, but I think it's also fun to see them here at trade shows as well. So let's take a walk and see. So one of the big things this year is obviously they're talking about their new houseplant line, which is the LeafJoy series. And there are so many different beautiful foliage plants that are part of this series. And at Garden Crossings, we are starting to dabble in getting into some of the houseplants. So this is really kind of an exciting new venture for us, learning about houseplants, the different types, how to grow them, and just how to mix and match them for different uses within the home. So there's a lot of cool little vignettes they have going here to kind of show you what to do with the house plants. This one here they're calling the Atrium Collection, and it's just really set up kind of as a cute little family room type setting. The next little vignette here, this is, they call it the Cocoon Collection, Bring Nature Inside. So this is just a great way of showing how you can use houseplants to create a nice green space in your home. This one here is just loaded, packed full of a lot of the great new houseplants that are being introduced. So there's also different series, different collections. Some are more the boutique or upscale, unique type houseplants, and others are some more the basic type of varieties. So depending on if you're a collector or if you're just looking for something pretty in your home, there's a house plant for everyone. Some of the other new plants for 2023 are some new sweet potato vines. These are part of the Upside series. This one here, actually, this is the Illusion series. This one is Penny Lace, really a beautiful red, heavily serrated sweet potato vine. Really, you can see this creates quite a large display in this container. So you can plant it as a mono or plant it in with your petunias and such. Here are the climbing ones, and these are the Upside series. This is Upside Black Coffee, and it's growing here up on a trellis. So really a very nice plant. Recommend growing it on a trellis, or if you have it in a hanging basket, it's going to trail over quite a ways. Another new one is the Sweet Caroline Upside Key Lime, which is a beautiful lime green sweet potato vine. Pair them together for really a cool looking trio. Also, there's a lot of new just greens that are added into the series. And here's ivy, variegated ivy, along with the Lasmachia Creeping Jenny. And then a foxtail fern also is part of the new annual collection. Great in containers or in hanging baskets. Next, we have the Supertunia Mini Vista Midnight, which is a deep dark purple Supertunia. It's part of the Vista series, the Mini Vista series. So a little bit smaller flower, but that great ground cover habit in the landscape that you've come to learn and know about with the other Supertunia Vista series. Supertunia Persimmon is really a beautiful bicolor bloom, kind of that bright magenta with yellow. Now, if you watch some of the other videos, this looks a lot better in the landscape than what it looks here in the trade show just because of the lighting. And we're on day 3 or 4 right now, so the plants are kind of taking a little toll from being indoors. Beautiful salvia. This is the Rockin' Deep Purple. This is an improved habit. The flowers sit a little bit closer above the foliage. A lot more flowers, denser habit. Beautiful thing here is you can see the black, that even when the flowers fade, you get the beautiful black stems remaining along with the bright purple flowers when the plant is flowering. New for 2023 is the Queen Tut grass. This is a cypress grass. Really a beautiful, kind of a fireworks looking flower head on it. Nice and full. A little bit more airy though than what Prince Tut is, and obviously the flowers on top there are smaller as well. I've been using this in some of my containers. So far I've been loving how it looks as a thriller. We have the Color Blaze Mini Me Watermelon Coleus, which is very small leafed, but very dense habit coleus. Really a great color, adds a pop with your other annuals or planted alone in the garden for a really beautiful pop of color. Also, there is the Superbell's Prism series. This is the Pink Lemonade, and this features little million bell flowers that are pink and yellow, giving that pink lemonade feel, just like the name implies. This plant has done really well for us in our containers as well as in our landscape plantings, so we've been really happy with how the Prism series Pink Lemonade has been growing for us. Another new Supertunia Vista is the Mini Vista Yellow. Again, smaller flower, a little bit more of a flatter type habit in the landscape, but it does a really good job filling in and creating just a mass of color. At the greenhouse, we have this planted with the purple, and the mingling together has looked really fabulous and done well for us. The Bright Lights Horizon Osteospermum. This is a wonderful new color addition to the Bright Light series, featuring colors of magenta, orange, and a little bit of yellow. The thing that really stands out with the Bright Lights is that even during the heat of the summer, this plant continues to put on just a beautiful display of flowers. Typically the osteospermums will kind of die down for the heat of the summer, but this one just keeps on putting a lot of gorgeous flowers out. A few new caladiums that are going to be added. We got this beautiful white and green one. This one, I gotta look at the name here. It's called Snow Flurry. So really a nice crisp white. You can see it planted in that container there with Dichondra Silver Falls, and that gives a really cool look, along with some of the red ones. Really, we're gonna try to use the caladiums as part of a Christmas program, so we'll see how that works. But just another idea and another season to use caladiums. There's a few new begonias in the series. You can see we've got the beautiful white and Surefire White. And then the Cordial Cherry is the dark foliage with the red flowers. And those look really pretty when they're planted together there. Here we have it just as a mono planter. But it looks really great here in this combination with the red and the white, and then the Prince Tut grass there. So really kind of a neat combination. So here's another little vignette for the house plants, kind of skipping around a little bit. Part again of the LeafJoy series. This is part of the Work Life collection. So this, you can see they have it set up kind of as like an office space, and using the different house plants to create a little bit of interest here in the office setting. Another plant they have here is an annual. It is the Queen Tut, and you can see they're using it as a house plant. Really kind of a fun little filler in this corner. But this can be used indoors or out. Really a very cool texture that it brings into the garden. Let's go in close here and look at this LeafJoy Mini. It's a little tube of water that has a houseplant cutting in it, which is really a unique look. Beautiful plant. Just so many fun things. Oh, here, up here, they've used caladiums as a cut flower. Put them in a vase as well. Really pretty. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it looks cute. So a lot of fun things that they're doing in these spaces. Some of the new lantana. Here we have the Luscious Royal Lemon Tart, a really beautiful bright yellow, along with the Luscious Basket Tangelo, which has more shades of the golden yellow and the orange. And you can see these are mono planters, great for full sun, attracts the butterflies and hummingbirds to the garden. Here's a grouping of the Graceful Grasses Queen Tut, along with the Sweet Potato Vine and the Salvia. Also paired in there with some more lantana. So kind of neat to see the groupings together, because it kind of gives you ideas too of like what things would look like color-wise in a garden, not necessarily planted together in the same pot, but cool in these different containers. Here is another grouping of new plants, and one I have really loved personally out in my garden is the Aromance Mulberry Nemesia. This plant has done amazing, not only in my containers, but also in the ground planting. Typically Nemesia don't do great like when it gets hot, but this plant has just been gorgeous like all summer long. So, and its fragrance, part of that Aromance series is fragrance. Another example here of the Illusion Penny Lace, sweet potato vine. Super Bell's yellow down there, improved. Basically, that's just got a lot more flowers on it and a nice dense habit. Super Bell yellows, you can't go wrong with that plant. Another surefire white begonia. Double yellow. So here's Super Bell's double yellow, which is those tiny little rosebud flowers. So that's great. There's a lot of different colors in that double series. So they just add kind of unique, different texture into the garden. Mojave yellow, improved portulaca. Obviously, there's not enough sun in the show here to get these things really flowering, but that's done great out in the landscape as well. So check out my landscape videos so you can see what this plant looks like, out in the full sun. Here's a few little fun vignettes again. Let's go up and see what they're saying are must-have essentials. So some of these are plants that have been out for just a little while. We have the Super Bell's Coral Sun, really pretty kind of coral and yellow. Sweet Caroline Medusa sweet potato vine, that's got great texture on it. Supertunia Vista Jazzberry. If you aren't familiar with this plant yet, I highly recommend you go check out my video on Vista Jazzberry, just singular as a plant. This is a great new addition to the Vista family. Like, it's amazing. If you love bubblegum, this is just a new color, has the same great habit and performance out in the landscape. Vista Jazzberry has really been gorgeous for us in our landscape. Supertunia Mini Vista Midnight, that deep, dark purple Supertunia. It's the Mini Vista, so a little bit smaller flower, a little bit tighter habit to the ground, but great performance in the landscape. Heart to Heart Chinook. This is one of, I would have to say, one of our more popular caladiums that we carry. Just kind of that salmon color. These are great in containers as well as in the landscape. In some of my garden videos, you'll see that we've kind of tucked these in with hostas just to bring a little bit of color into that hosta garden. Safari Sky James Britannia. These are really great for those of you that are in more of that hot and drought tolerant type or drought type area. This plant does well. Supertunia Mini Snowdrift. This has been out for a couple years, but this is part of that Vista series, mixing well with the bubblegum or the jazzberry that I just showed you. A really crisp, clean, white Supertunia. Great mounding habit. Covers up to about 3 foot in the ground if you give it a lot of fertilizer, like you should be doing. Fertilizing once a week. Here's another example of the Super Bell's Prism Pink Lemonade. Just a gorgeous mix of colors coming from one plant. The Coleus Watermelon, Mini-Me Watermelon, great color. Also, here's a new one I hadn't seen yet. This is a Candlelight Coreopsis. This is an annual, kind of a, somewhere between butter yellow and light yellow. That's going to be a full sun-loving plant. Being that it's an annual, it should bloom all summer long, since that's what annuals do. So nice to have kind of a coreopsis that will give you color all year round. Also, we have the Supertunia Mini Vista Yellow up there. Again, the great ground covering, full coverage flower like the Vistas give in the landscape. All right, we're going to go try to check out the Aquapots a second here. So we're excited for these Aquapots. They have a new liner that's going to be a drop-in type system. So a lot of you love the ceramic Aquapots, and they are awesome. But for some of you, you're like, I have a pot I already like that I want to keep using. How can I incorporate the Aquapot system into my own pot? So they've created an insert that can be dropped into your Aquapot. This has a water reservoir and then a fill tube. So you can basically convert any type of pot that has a hole in the bottom into an Aquapot. So that's something we're going to be looking forward to getting in 2023. This actually won the retailer award here at Cultivate show. So really, everyone was really proud of that award, and as they should be, because it's such a great product that we'll be able to add in. Also, they're going to come out with some new lightweight pots like this blue one here. Very easy to move around, where the ceramic is a little heavier. So really looking forward to what the new Aquapot collection is going to bring, in addition to the beautiful ceramics that they already have. So a lot of great fun things here at the Cultivate show. We're excited to show you a lot of these new varieties here from proven winners. and the Plant Joy line, something excited that we're really looking forward to getting started with. And yeah, if you have any questions on any of these plants, feel free to leave comments below. Most of these will be next year, so new things coming. But yeah, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'd love to answer any questions you have. Thank you for walking through the trade show with me today. Have a great day.